Good evening and welcome to the Bitternators podcast. It is Monday, January 21st, 2019. My name is Jacqueline. Arthur's here.
Hey.
Ryan, I think, is getting ready to celebrate his Razzie Award nomination for Worst Actress in the decade. So, you know, it's kind of what he deserves.
Yeah. When is it? That's tonight?
Well, no, the Razzies were announced this morning, and the Oscar nominations will be announced tomorrow morning, and I guess they're in February sometime. I don't know.
Yeah, right on. Like, I
don't follow that closely.
Yeah, I don't really give a fuck.
Yeah. Sometimes it's nice to, like, there's a couple of years where the movies were good, and then other years it's just like, well, I don't want to see any of these movies whatsoever.
Well, the Oscar shit I can't stand, right? Because, I mean, the formula for an Oscar movie nowadays, to me, is just, it's infuriating. I can't handle it anymore. You know what I mean? Like, pick somebody with some kind of disadvantage, write a fucking tearjerker around them, and then everyone fucking circle jerks and you win an award. Like, I'm not
Make
about that.
Somebody hot, not hot. Right? That's the other way.
Yeah.
And, put them in a period costume and then you get your next award. Right. Yeah, it's
so fucked. And very,
and
very
then now
predictable.
To pander to the greater audience, they're going to have, like, basically a honorable mentions category where you can have, like, Black Panther nominated.
See, that's sad. Like, that's so sad. Like, the movie was good. I mean, it's not my favorite one in the MCU, but it was good. Like, it was okay, watchable, but you don't deserve an award for being watchable.
That's not an Oscar movie. I mean, if you want to go for special effects or costuming, sure.
Yeah.
Nobody's acting was Oscar worthy in that movie, and I liked it.
Yeah.
It just wasn't an Oscar movie. Sorry. No. It's the same as if you tried to, I loved freaking the new Spider-Man movie that came out.
Oh, Homecoming.
I loved it. Homecoming was fantastic,
so
but that's
good.
Still not an Oscar-nominated movie.
No.
Sorry.
Yeah, definitely best one they've made so far.
Yeah.
That movie was great, but I don't give a shit. I mean, because again, it's a popularity contest, and now it's not even a popularity contest. It's who's been, who's part of the bigger marginalized group fucking competition is what the shit's become now.
Yeah.
And to me, it's disgusting.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's boring and it's ridiculous.
That's it, right? Like, not to say that people fucking don't deserve recognition.
Yeah,
you definitely deserve recognition, but I'm not going to applaud you just because you identify with some group of fucking perceived fucking disenfranchised people. I don't care. Like, I don't care. I'm here to watch movies and see good movies be awarded, not fucking cry bullies.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's it. I mean, like, we understand that every movie has a message.
Yeah,
right?
Of course.
But, don't call me anti-something because I didn't like your movie. And it has nothing to do with your movie's message. Maybe it just wasn't a good movie. Maybe the script wasn't good. Maybe the shots were weird. I'm not anti this. I'm not anti that. And the other thing that kind of gets me is, as much as I know we need more representation of, people of color in movies, you can't force it.
Nope.
Because if you force it, then every person's going to have an asterisk beside their name. Like when somebody deserves an award, they're going to get nominated. But you have to make people give the money to the people to make the movies. This is the problem. Hollywood studios don't give money to, you want to have a movie about a black trans woman, living in 1970s Alabama. If the studio doesn't give you the money, it's not the Academy Awards for, not recognizing it.
No, not at all.
Studio to make the movie.
And I mean, again, who the fuck does that hypothetical movie appeal to? Not me. Why the fuck do I want to spend money to see it? You know what I mean? Like, it's another thing that I kind of hate right now about this kind of era that we're living in is, like, I'm tired of having to pay money to seem like a good human being, to have someone just sit there and tell me that I'm a pice of shit for 2 hours. You know what I mean? Like, no, I'm not fucking paying money for that. Like, no, don't care.
Yeah, I agree. What was the best? Now, it doesn't have to be Oscar worthy, but what was your favorite movie of 2018, if you can recall?
Of the year? Fuck. I don't know.
No, I was trying to think of one, and I couldn't think of one that I really, really loved. I mean, I liked the Avengers movie. I don't know if that was my favorite, but I really liked it.
I liked Solo. I thought Solo was pretty dope.
I liked it too, and I thought it got a bad rap. I enjoyed that.
It wasn't fucking Harrison Ford, so people were mad. I liked it. I can't really think what my favorite movie of the year would be, in all honesty, which is kind of weird because normally, like, I'm all about that kind of shit.
Yeah, I was trying to think, and I couldn't really. Probably some random stupid movie I watched on, like, Netflix that wasn't,
Yeah.
you know, a hit studio movie type of thing would be something I enjoyed. I don't know.
I mean, there were a couple of shows I watched this year that kind of trumped everything.
Yeah, that's the thing. These shows are
Yeah.
getting out of control good.
There's a Netflix show, The Last Kingdom, and fuck, is it good?
I meant to watch that. It's good?
It's so good. It's so good.
I'll add it to my list.
I love it. I absolutely love it. But yeah, no, I can't really say the movies this year were that great. I mean, I've seen all the like the big budget new ones, like Predator or The Predator.
Yeah.
It was meh. Like I was not happy with that at all.
Oh, I did like. Oh, maybe that was this year's movie, The Spider-Verse.
Oh, is that the cartoon? Yeah, I didn't see that.
That was good. I think that might be this year, though. Oh no, I think it was out before Christmas. That was really good. I'm not even a comic book movie person, but all the movies I'm listing.
Yeah, no, it's fair. I mean, because they're the big budget ones, right? Like they're the ones with all the hype and shit, so they're what you're paying attention to. But yeah, I mean, even those I wasn't very thrilled with. Ant-Man and the Wasp was kind of a letdown.
I didn't watch that. I'll watch that online for on Netflix or online.
I like again, I can't even remember what the fuck came out this year.
But you're right, like shows of where the shows that I've been compelled by, and I'm thinking of like I really enjoyed oh my god, what the hell was it called? The one with Amy Adams, and it was on HBO. Sharp Objects.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, and it was it was good. And that's the kind of where you get the good acting and compelling storylines, and you're kind of like wondering the whole time who did it. And of course, Haunting of Hill House I loved.
That was amazing.
That was so good.
You know what I liked about that though, and I've tried to explain it to a few people, a couple people that aren't fans of horror that I know, and I was trying to convince them to watch it. It's not a horror show. No. It's just a show based in a horror. It's more of a coming of age. You know what I mean? Like it really is. It's so much more of a drama, and it really, I don't know. Like I found some of the parts very relatable and kind of really deep. And I enjoyed it. I thought it was phenomenal.
Episode?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, the shot where they're like changing from adults to children in like seconds, and that's all filmed. That was all filmed kind of like in one take.
Yeah.
That funeral scene, where they go into the thing and they see her body in there, and like that was crazy to me. That was such good acting. Everybody, even the children, were good.
Yeah, it was really, really good.
Yeah, it was good. And there's some scary parts. Trust me, there were some parts, and I'm not a person that gets scared watching movies. Ooh, that man with the hat under the bed.
See, but that's what I liked about it, because it wasn't done in a horror style. Now, if this was a horror, that would have just been a jump scare, right? And it wasn't. You saw it the entire way, which
you knew it was coming. Yeah.
Right. So it's a little more reassuring than it is like, just your atypical style horror movie. But I really enjoyed it. I thought it was amazing. I heard they're doing season 2.
Yeah, I don't
know how.
Won't. From what I've read, none of that family would be involved in it.
Yeah, it's the only way it makes sense.
At the house. I don't know.
But there's a bunch of shit though that I've theorized about that show, and I'm looking forward to seeing if it comes true or not.
Loved it.
Man, that was great. Absolutely amazing.
I liked the oh god, I can't even remember now. I was going to say something. I got distracted. Oh well, whatever. It's good. People watch it. It's great. It's not that scary. Like really, it's not. It's really more like, oh, I know what I was going to say. And I figured it out not super early, but a little bit earlier than a lot of people. The bent neck lady.
Yeah.
That broke my heart.
Yeah, I knew that.
That broke my heart.
I knew that immediately. And that's the shit thing, like when I watch stuff like this, because I have been ingesting horror for so fucking long that like it's predictable to me. Like I know, like, you know what I mean? But
I see some things too, and I'll say to my friend Dustin, I always do the TV show with.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah, I saw that coming, and he's like, how did you know? And I'm like, I don't know,
it's just horror movie tropes, right? Like it's just, if you've seen one and you've paid attention, then you've seen it, right? Yeah. But I think that allowed me to enjoy that show so much more because I wasn't caught up on the, oh my god, what's around the corner type shit, because I don't care. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know that like music is supposed to be a cue for that shit, but I know that at like this point in the plot, like it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
I loved it though. I thought it was absolutely amazing. Netflix really hit that one out of the fucking park.
Amazing. And then when you go back and you read the articles, because people are, they've got more time than I've got in my life.
Yeah.
And they go in and they're like, oh yeah, look at in this background, there's this person and there's this person. And I mean, I saw some of the background ghosts, but trust me, I did not see even 1/5 of those ghosts.
I picked, like, again, it's my fucking curse, I guess, but like I picked it all out. Like even before I start seeing that shit pop up, I'm like, wait, this was supposed to be hidden?
Yeah.
Like I wasn't supposed to notice this fucking dude. Like,
yeah,
no one
like a lot of the
like
time when people were in the shadows, I'm like, there's people there, don't they see them? Those ones I see, but like the weird face is kind of really blurry in the background. I didn't see a lot of that stuff. But it was fantastic watching people. So let's get into our stories. This is an update of a story we've talked about several times. We're talking about Parents of the Year, David and Colette Stefan, who failed to provide the necessities of life to their 19-month-old son Ezekiel, who had meningitis. They tried to treat him with onion, garlic, and horseradish. And of course, Ezekiel died, sadly. They went to jail. They've been to court. Now, the couple has filed an application asking to have the charges against them dismissed because it's, they've gone to a new level of court, Supreme Court now.
Yeah.
They're also asking that they be granted $1 million to cover their past legal expenses and another $3 million to be placed in a trust for any future legal defenses.
Y'all killed your kid. You deserve nothing. Fuck out of here. Like, seriously, like, no, you don't pass go. You do not collect $200. You are fucking child murderers. Your own fucking child. The fucking thing that you're supposed to, like, again, I don't have that paternal instinct, but I mean, I've been told that, like, the second you hold that kid, you'll defend them against a grizzly bear and shit. They didn't. Yeah. So fuck you. No. Like, literally fuck you. Yeah. I hope you guys, your face is constant.
If they had just accepted their guilt, they would have been finished their prison sentence and been on to live their, their freaking garlic, horseradish, onion lifestyle now. Yeah.
No, I got no respect. No respect at all.
I hope they don't. I mean, I understand everybody gets access to legal aid, which is fine.
No, whatever.
Right? Whatever. You get to have a chance to have a lawyer to defend you. But no, you're not getting $4 million. Kiss my ass.
I'm a fan of the law. Like, and I am. And I believe in due process.
Yeah.
But y'all killed your kid. Like, there's no argument to make. You killed your fucking child. You are pieces of shit. You should be the fucking face for this anti-vax movement, as far as I'm fucking concerned. Like, everybody should look at you guys and be like, well, see, this is why you don't fucking act this way.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry. Yeah. We did not fucking... people view, like, the ancient world as, like, this crazy place where you were lucky to live to 40 years old. Well, that's not true. People were living in their 60s in the fucking 1400s. It's just the infant mortality rate was so fucking high that it skewed the averages, right? Yeah. So fucking doctors and medical science spends the last fucking century hammering this shit out because, even as someone who doesn't really like fucking kids, dead babies is kind of a sore spot. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, we want to fucking kind of quell the amount of dead fucking babies. They do that, and these Google fucking doctors decide that, well, no, the government has their hands in it, so it's big pharma, and I know better, and here's some garlic and some lavender. It'll cure your fucking cancer. Fuck it.
Because no baby, this is the thing. Like, I get that there's some, I don't know what the word I want to use is, some natural remedies can be beneficial.
Absolutely.
Right? Willow bark tea will help with your headaches and stuff like that. I get that that's true. But when you're, especially a baby, like, babies died back in the day when all they had were home remedies for a reason, because they didn't work on everything. Right? It's not going to cure your cancer. You can't eat soursop. As much as everybody that comes into my work loves to say soursop keeps you from getting cancer, you can't tell me that nobody in the Caribbean gets cancer.
Right. I mean, it sounds like the same type of pseudoscience that has the fucking entire East Asian fucking peninsula there believing that sharks don't get cancer, therefore I eat shark fin, I don't get cancer. No, that's not how this works. Like, we are better than that. Why the fuck are we trying to fucking further ourselves as a species if we're going to just rely on fucking black magic fucking medieval bullshit?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm probably going to quote the state wrong. I'm just going to say California because fuck that place. But there's like
that's where all the hippies are.
Yeah, right. So. But there's been an outbreak of fucking children with measles because
it's New York. It's New York State.
It's New York. Okay, well, whatever. One of the dumb fucking states.
I knew where you were as soon as you said it. Yeah.
Right. How the fuck do you think that you are smart? Like, I just don't get it. I don't understand the level of thinking. Sure, don't trust the doctors. Don't trust big pharma. I get that, especially from an American point of view. I understand. But you cannot believe that you're fucking smart enough to fucking cure a kid of meningitis with some fucking ginger root and, like, you walk around it on its left side 4 fucking times. You know what I mean? We're not witch doctors anymore, people. Like, we have medical fucking science for a reason.
Yeah.
And another thing that fucking kills me about this have you noticed that it's all the people that are on the left that pull this shit? Supposedly, and again, like I don't want to bring the politics.
No, you're right.
But they're the people that are champions of science. If you deny climate change, you're a fucking caveman moron, and the science is right there. But yet they choose to not believe medical fucking science. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh fuck, I hate it.
I know.
I can't stand it. Like there should be a Megan's Law for these type of people.
Yes.
There should be. You should have to register.
I agree with
and
you.
You should have to go around to every fucking neighbor that's within a mile of you and be like, hi, I'm an idiot and my kid's not vaccinated and yours will probably get polio from it.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the thing. You got all these, they don't even know what's causing it. These kids are getting this polio-like symptoms and they're being paralyzed. This isn't just the measles or chickenpox or any of these things that we can cure. It's just like come on, people.
I mean, why can't we just go back to the survival of the fittest? You know, if this is the way some people want to act, you know what I mean? Because that's essentially what they're fucking reintroducing. They're reintroducing the survival of the fittest mentality.
Why should a poor innocent child who has no choice in the matter
I know.
pay with their life because mommy and daddy think garlic and horseradish is going to cure meningitis?
Because,
you know,
I don't know.
And it's not just these guys. You know, there's like the Christian Scientists. There's the Jehovah's that think that you can't get blood transfusions. You know, you've got hemophilia, but you can't get a blood transfusion.
Like I don't get it. And I mean, the people with the religious reasons, as infuriating as that is to me, I get their point of view a little bit more.
Yeah.
Because you've been brainwashed already. You've already fucking been brainwashed into a goddamn cult. So anything else is just, that's par for the course as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
But these people who, like these hippies, these people that think that they're fucking smart, like you are coming off so stupid. And then for these two fucking morons to believe they're owed $1 million. No, fuck you.
And let's not forget, I don't know if he ever appeared there.
Bastards.
He was supposed to talk at like the natural homeopathy convention in Canada. Like, screw you.
Right. Like, homeopathy does, like, there are things out there that work. Like, there is. I'm not going to deny it. I'm not going to deny it at all. But, I mean...
Use it in conjunction. Is that the word I want to use? Use it in conjunction with your other, your actual doctor medicine, please.
But again, though, if homeopathy has worked and it's so fucking great and we should never moved away from it, then why was there the plague? Why did polio exist? Why did tuberculosis exist?
Cancer still existed.
You know what I mean?
People still got, colds and died of the flu or,
Right. Like, and these conspiracies about like the government trying to, the government's keeping it down, man, because they don't want the people to have no. Fuck no. I mean, especially here in Canada, we're not going to fucking keep that shit muted. Do you know how much our government would love to not have to fucking foot medical bills? Yeah. If all you had to do was crush up some birch bark and boom, you're fucking cured of everything.
Exactly.
Why the fuck would
and stuff works? Look, we know that vitamin C will cure scurvy. Right? So like there is some case
there absolutely is.
But no, it's not. Vitamin C doesn't make you never get a cold again.
No.
Oh, people in Florida don't get colds because they eat oranges off their trees. No.
Right. It's just so laughable.
Oh, I know, it's crazy.
I actually had an anti-vaxxer add me onto Facebook a few days ago.
Oh my god!
And like, I just blocked her. Like, fuck.
I would have had to.
See you later. But I'm starting to, I'm like, okay, this person actually believes it. Like at first, I thought they were just trolling, and then I was like, okay, no, they're actually convinced. So I start fucking scrolling through their shit, and the disassociative fucking personality that like I kind of figured this person it's insane. Like these types of people, they need psychiatric evaluation as far as I'm concerned, because like the mental gymnastics that they're displaying to get to their fucking conclusions is just amazing. Like it really is. Oh well, the Australian Aborigines did this and a group of natives here in North America did this, so if we combine the two, that mean everybody's cured of it. No, that's not fucking true. I mean, shit. Like I'm supposed to believe, at least, I mean, I haven't heard this shit, but I get the feeling it's like, so we crossed the fucking ocean to come to the New World, but we brought doctors and shit with us. Like, why do we bring doctors? Like, why do we employ, medical professionals if we would have came here and the natives like, no, man, chew this fucking root. And everything's fucking...
Big Pharma was controlling doctors back then,
right?
too,
Pfizer was a fucking thing then, and they were like...
They didn't want the women who did, the little witch women.
Yeah.
To have all the power, so...
Right? Oh, God, I fucking hate these people.
Let's because we're talking about remedies that are kind of cuckoo. Let's talk about this story. So, I don't even, I can't even explain it other to a man in Ireland went to the hospital. So he was complaining that he was having some severe chronic back problems, pains. So he went to the doctor. He had disclosed, to cure this, he'd come up with some sort of, I don't even know where he got the idea from. He never cited where he got the idea from, but he started to inject his own semen into his arm. 1.5 years. He's been injecting semen into his skin. They did notice when they were treating him that he had a bacterial skin infection and an abscess under his skin of his right forearm, which they discovered. They gave him some antimicrobial treatment. They treated his back, but before they could really do anything to like drain the abscess or anything like that, he left the hospital. So he's probably still out there injecting,
Yeah. Fuck. I mean, I don't even know what to say. Like you know
there's
what I mean?
nothing to say. You can't other than that's crazy.
That's fucked up, man. Like
that. I mean, I get it's coming from your body, but it's not sterile, and you're just sticking it in there. And I mean, what happens to semen when it gets under your skin? Like,
yeah, I don't know about this.
And how is it putting in your arm, helping your back? At least inject it in your back or something, right? No, don't inject it in your back. People. I'm only joking.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm kind of speechless. Even when I seen this roll across my Facebook the other day, I was like, no. And I just that's
crazy. And he's not even like one of those people. What was the guy you were talking about? The biohackers? Is that what they call themselves?
Oh yeah.
He's not. I mean, as far as we know, he's not even a biohacker. He's just.
Biohacking improves you as a human being. It's not. I mean, it seems psychotic to some people, but it's not a string of psychotic fucking behavior. How else can you fucking say this? This guy is a crazy person. Like, there's no other way of saying it. Like, he is a fucking crazy person. Who else in their right mind?
Take care of him.
I mean, I don't know what the laws are in Ireland regarding that kind of stuff, like the complacency laws or whatever the fuck it is. Like, if the state can just have him committed or not, like, I don't know, but
yeah, I mean, you would think that would bring you to a 5150, but who knows what the laws are?
Yeah, I'm not gonna claim that I'm an expert in Irish fucking law.
Of course not.
Something needs to happen. That's nuts. Like, that's fucking crazy people behavior.
That is. Don't do that, people. Don't inject yourself with anything the doctor hasn't told you to. Or if you're really into like heroin, I guess. But I mean, you really shouldn't do that either.
But it's surprising though, like the amount of weird back alley shit that people will do like that. I mean, not like that, not fucking injecting their own fucking semen inside themselves. But a group of pictures showed up on my Facebook maybe last week of a girl that got a fucking like back alley boob job in Tijuana, and like. Of course that was going to go bad. Of course you had to have a double mastectomy. What do you think was going to happen? You paid $200 American for fucking surgery. What the fuck?
Yeah. And you see it all the time. Look, remember, I mean, I'm not a Kanye fan, but I remember Kanye's mom went down to South America to get a facelift and some liposuction, and she died on the table.
There's been reports in South America and a few spots in Africa where like they're filling ladies' bums with either fucking contact cement or silicone or
yeah, that's happened in America. I've seen that in America. Remember the lady did that to the woman?
Yeah, it was concrete or some shit she put in her, and fuck.
At least go to a doctor. Okay,
I don't get it.
You don't have to be a plastic surgeon to do a lot of these things. You can be a dentist, but at least go to a doctor who took anatomy and has to do that. What is that? The do no harm.
Oh yeah, they're the oath of the Hippocratic oath.
Yeah, the Hippocratic oath. So at least somebody who did that, and you hope that they're gonna stick to it. Jeez, Louise.
I mean, I just hope like I'm never at any point in my life where I'm willing to stick a needle of anything inside of myself. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna get lip fillers, but I'm not gonna go like a crazy Kardashian big. Just my top lip needs a little bump.
I mean, it's your life. Fucking live it how you want. I ain't gonna say
but
shit.
I'm not going for a full. I would never get liposuction. I saw the video of someone getting liposuction. That looks scary as shit. They just literally jam that needle in there, that suction needle. Oh my gosh, no.
I just don't see it. Like, I don't get it. I had a photo of a friend of mine, old high school friend, come across my feed, and she's gotten fairly extensive work over the last little bit, and you look bad. Like, I'm sorry, you look terrible.
You can't do too much.
It's not attractive. I know that you weren't the most attractive person when you were fucking young, but it doesn't matter. You look so much fucking worse.
When your whole face changes how it looks, it becomes sad because you literally hate it yourself. You changed it so much. Like I said, I've hated my thin lips since I was like 15 years old. So for 30 years, I've been living with these thin ass lips and they're only getting thinner. So I'm not, like I said, I would never go to like Angelina Jolie, you know, size. That's crazy. It's going to look ridiculous. But just a little bit, just to give me a normal lip is all I want.
So yeah, I don't see it. I don't get it.
Yeah.
I've never been happy with my body, but I ain't going to go have some fucking dickwad cut me up and fucking, you know, no, fuck it. Don't give a shit.
Well, and that's good. That's good that you don't feel that way.
Oh, I it's not even that I don't feel. I just don't fucking care enough about my vanity that I'm gonna like that. You know, I don't know. I mean, obviously, again, it's your life. Do you don't inject fucking semen inside of you because that's stupid.
No.
I mean, at least not intravenously. Like you can have all the fucking semen pumped into you want. You're an adult. Fucking go live your life. I don't care. Right? Exactly. I don't fucking care. But
you got a bunch of them. Use those.
Yeah, holes. You know what I mean. But like, if you can, like, at least try not to use needles.
No, and I don't. I mean, I have to give myself a needle for my medicine, and that's scary enough.
Yeah.
Now getting a vein involved in that would be really scary, and you know they really kind of hammered it into me that you get scar tissue.
Yeah.
Every time you take a needle, you get scar tissue. So can you imagine this guy if he's always putting it in the same spot?
Oh, guaranteed he is.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I ever watched one of my friends from high school that got caught up in the opium shit inject, and I couldn't stop laughing. Like I could not stop laughing, and not at like the sight of them doing it, just how pathetic it was.
Yeah.
Like, and that's terrible. It's fucking terrible. I was laughing at
life you really have to get.
You know what I mean? Like, I was laughing at a so-called friend injecting poison in themselves, and I could not stop myself from laughing because how fucking pathetic it was. Yeah. And like, it tells me that this guy probably doesn't have any friends because, like, they would have roasted the shit out of you for finding out you're jerking off into a fucking needle so you can inject it to cure your back pain. Like, motherfucker, go buy some Robaxacet. Like,
exactly.
Y'all are under the fucking the UK. Like I know your health benefits. The fuck are you doing? Like,
exactly. There's got to be. I mean, just go for a massage. You know,
something. Stop taking so much fucking ecstasy, and I'm sure your back won't hurt as much.
I love ecstasy so much in Europe
because it's easy to manufacture and it's a great party drug.
I guess, but every time I watch a show that someone's always taking ecstasy, I'm like, God damn.
I swear to God, like fucking 2/3 of the population of Dublin was fucking rolling when I was there. Like they were all fucking in it to win it.
On the way to church, they're taking their ecstasy.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so let's have another update. We talked many times about this story too. The homeless man and the GoFundMe and how it was all a scam. Well, Johnny Bobbitt Jr., that's the homeless man.
Okay.
He failed to show up in court the day he was, supposed to show up in court. So they had to go out and find him and arrest him. And I guess he won't get out on bail now.
He probably got exactly what he wanted. It's fucking winter out there. Like, if I was homeless, I'd be fucking praying for 3 hots in a cot right now. Are you fucking kidding me?
True, and that's why so many people, always reoffend. They want to go back to that.
Fucking right. Like, but I don't know. Like, what can you do about this shit? I've been thinking about this a little bit with the GoFundMes and whatnot.
Yeah.
Like, literally, what can you do once the money's taken out, and then after the fact you find out it was a scam? I mean, well, like, yeah, sure, go arrest them and shit, but you're still scammed. You know what I mean? Like, it's not going to slow the rate of people on GoFundMe trying to scam people.
And it's always a scam, and like some of the things people are trying to get GoFundMe, like I've always said, if your house burnt down, or someone in your family is suddenly got in a car accident and they can't work, that's the sort of thing I would donate to. Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm not funding your trip to Europe because you graduated university and you want to go to Europe. No. I'm not funding your wedding. If you can't afford it, go to the Justice of the Peace.
There it is, right? And that's the thing with most of the GoFundMes I've seen, it is selfish shit. Yeah. It really is. And like, cool, I get it. Like, we all want to travel, but I shouldn't have to foot the bill. Like, are you going to fucking foot mine?
almost 47. What am I, 47? I don't even know how old I am now. But like you get to the point where you're so old you don't know how old you are. That's old. Yeah, I think I'm going to be 47 this year. I'm going on my first real trip. You know what I mean? I didn't get a GoFundMe to go. It's called, you know, using my credit cards and saving money.
Credit cards and depression. That's how you do it. That's how you fucking do it. You want to be a globetrotter like Arthur? Just get used to being sad. Yeah. But no, it's so fucked up. Like, it really is. And there have been some really cool stories from GoFundMe. Yes. You know what I mean? There's been some really cool shit. I don't think it might have been a GoFundMe, but all the money that was raised for the victims of the Humboldt.
Yeah, that crash, was GoFundMe.
Right? That was amazing. That money has now been allocated to all the families in equal shares. You know, like, that's great. That's a really good story. It makes you feel good about yourself. And I can understand people wanting to contribute to that. Yeah. But you got to be careful. I mean, what do I keep fucking saying? Like, human beings are fucking scum, and we will fuck you over at every opportunity we get. Every opportunity. We are pieces of shit. Like, it's just what we are. Yeah. So you know, people I find are just too lackadaisical with the fucks they give out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I think sometimes people are like, I don't want to call them rubes, but you know what I mean? Like, they're just so naive. Yeah. You know?
No, it's straight up.
It's just people, it's like I said before, I really think people of my parents' generation believe everything they read on the internet still. It's like back in the day where you could trust the newspaper. You know what I mean? Or you could trust the Maclean's magazine, or you could trust, you know, Time magazine. You can't anymore. You have to like, you know, read and
you have to do your due diligence, especially if you're gonna start fucking throwing out money. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, you got to do your due diligence, and if you don't and you get scammed, well, fuck you. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna cry for you. You're supposedly an adult. You know,
people are still, you know, and I don't want to name any names, but somebody who's related to us through marriage who constantly falls through these scams online, clicks every single pop-up that comes up. It's like, just stop clicking them. A pop-up is not a real thing. No. Just ignore it, you know?
Well, it's like, you know, I'm supposed to feel bad because they're of an older generation and they might not get technology as much, but you grew up with it as well. Like, you grew through the advancements in technology, your age,
technology revolution, right?
Exactly. Your age to me is no longer a concerning factor, a discerning factor. Like, it's not. That's not an excuse anymore. You know what I mean?
They don't like the tech, but even like even my parents' generation, right? Like, you know, my dad liked pinball games, but he didn't like video games. Video games are going to ruin your TV. Yeah. Right, they're gonna turn your brain to mush. You know, and I always see them. This is so funny at work. So we have the debit machine, and my debit machine is annoying. I hate it because you have to press the screen, touch screen, and the buttons. So you're going back and forth. Oh, these old people, they think they're pressing like a punch button telephone pad, and they're just like thumping it. And I'm like, no, just touch it really gently. If you hit it too hard, it's not gonna read it. You just touch it with the tip of your finger. They don't get it. Oh, your finger works, but mine doesn't. I'm like, because I'm not fucking mashing it.
I'm not fucking fist fighting the machine.
Yeah, and they don't get it. And they're like, oh, I don't have a computer at home. That's crazy. And I'm like, okay.
Why? Like, whatever. I mean, these people are going to die eventually anyway. I don't give a fuck.
Get all your freaking knitting patterns online for free, lady.
Right.
Right?
But then there's that whole other side of the coin where they learn how to fucking use a goddamn computer, and then they're just annoying you with their fucking blatant racism.
Yes. Yes, fuck. Or then just like when they, oh my gosh, this is so awful. But they're on the Facebook and you're like, why are you sending me a personal message to say thanks for adding me? I don't need that. Thank you.
Like, yeah. I mean, I've already hidden you. I don't understand what the fuck this is even about. Like, I'll be your friend. Sure, I'll be your friend, but I don't want to see your fucking blatant racist fucking ramblings. Like, you know, and it's funny too, because I seen somebody kind of explain the technology thing, but in terms of race the other day, and it really fucking kind of drove it home for me. Your age doesn't matter. You saw civil rights. You saw all that shit. And your attitude never changed. You are not a victim of your time.
Unless you have dementia or Alzheimer's and you've gone back to the time you were 12 in 1933, I'm not forgiving you.
No, not at all. Like, I'm not buying that. Oh, well, they're just from a bygone age. So they fucking lived through it. So
they've seen on TV it's not acceptable societally.
Right? Anymore. Exactly. So yeah, I'm done with that. I really enjoyed what Buddy wrote. Like, again, I can't fucking remember it all verbatim. It was a really good fucking write-up. But it really made so much sense, and that's kind of where I lay with, you know, older people in technology. Like, you lived through it. Your ignorance to it is your own fault.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? Like, I can't.
And I mean, as horrible as the internet is, it's also amazing. And it really does supply you with all the information in the world.
Fucking right. Everything. If I need to know, like, even though I'm still a fan of talking to people that are smarter than me and getting that personal connection, so you know, the answer is still driven home a little bit better. You know, it's true. Like, if I ever need to know anything, I just got to go to Google. And I can find the correct information. You can find it on
Google. Ask Reddit. Reddit will tell you.
Oh, yeah. Like, well, no, don't ask Reddit. Go on Reddit and put in the wrong information. And you'll have about 20 people fucking telling you not only how you're stupid, but they'll come back with the correct information.
Oh, my gosh. What was the thing I read the other day on Reddit, the Ask Toronto subreddit? The person was like, oh, if I drive my girlfriend's car, do I have to get my own insurance? And all these people were sitting there telling the guy he has to have his own insurance. I'm like, are you stupid? Oh my God, no. The car is covered by her insurance as long as you're using it for whatever your policy says. You can't go and do Uber Eats, obviously.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God. Drive me crazy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I mean, everybody's an expert nowadays, right?
Oh, I know.
Like, everybody's an expert, but with an expertise in literally nothing. And I mean, I'm fucking guilty of that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'll tell you fucking 9 ways how you're wrong and just pull the answer out of my ass and not really know exactly what the fuck it is I'm talking about anyway.
Yeah. Because you know what? A little knowledge is dangerous. This is the same thing that goes for my work. So people will come in and be like, oh, you don't have this in stock, even though it's in the flyer. That's false advertisement. That's illegal. Well, actually, it's not false advertisement. It's not illegal, and you're a dummy.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's true. It's really true. Like, having just the basic understanding of something and then going and spouting off about it is very dangerous.
Code of practice. Right? So this is something that exists in Canada. If the price scans for higher than the labeled price, you get the item for free if it's under $10. If it's over $10, you get up to $10. Yeah. And you only get one item for free. All the rest of the items, if you're buying them, will be the proper price, right? Oh, no, I get them all for free. It's wrong. I'm like, you're a fucking idiot. Look at this sign right here.
Yeah. No.
It's in our store displayed.
Yeah, people suck. And they're dumb.
Okay, let's talk about another person who I think is a big piece of shit. I don't like this person at all. So this is, I don't even know how you say his name, Joey Honey. He's living in the state of, I don't know. I thought it was New York State, but now that I'm looking at this, I don't know where the hell he lives. Maybe he's in Pennsylvania, I'm just reading. So this is a guy who his whole life has kind of been a self-proclaimed adrenaline junkie. Right. He never really liked dogs. He rode bulls when he was 10. He handled his friend's deadly lethal poisonous snake when he was a young man. And, you know, so he's always collected these animals. Well, then at some point in his life, this alligator came into his life.
Okay.
It's grown. I don't know if it's going to get any bigger. It's now 4.5 feet long. It has never bit anybody. He's pretty domesticated it to the point where he can hold it and touch it and pat it and feed it with his hand, as much as you can domesticate an alligator, right? Now he wants it to be proclaimed a therapy animal.
No.
And he hasn't even said why it's a therapy animal. He says it calms people down, but like, what's your problem that you need a therapy animal?
Exactly. No.
This is an educational animal. This is an animal you take into schools or to the old age home and teach them things about it. That's fine. I have no problem with that. But don't call it a therapy animal. It's not. You're not going to bring it to me in the hospital. I'm not going to feel relief because you put an alligator on my stomach while I'm dying of cancer. Okay?
Exactly. And that's where the disconnect comes with it. Like, just because you feel more comfortable, you don't have the right to walk around the goddamn alligator. Like, I'm sorry, you don't, because you're going to fucking scare more people and give more people fucking panic attacks. You know, than you being calm is worth. Like, I don't care. I'm actually really kind of sick and tired of this type of shit. You know, even service dogs and stuff, I can understand some people's hate of them. I truly do, because it's fair. I don't want to go out to a restaurant and have your dog sitting there scratching, licking his fucking balls while I'm eating my dinner.
Spreading his fur and his dander around. Yeah.
Right? Like, I get that. I can understand that. But those animals actually serve a fucking purpose.
They're looking for your, not just blind people. They're, telling you if you're going to have an epileptic seizure. Right. They're telling you if your diabetes is about to, put you in a coma. There's lots of reasons they have, real actual support dogs.
Exactly. But there's no support an alligator can give. Like, there's no fucking, it's not going to lead you across the fucking street. You know, it's just
no.
People just have this innate fucking want to be special, and they'll use anything to be considered fucking special.
And this guy's like an old man. Like, if you made it through this far in your life and you now suddenly need an emotional support animal, like, just give up. Okay?
No, yeah, absolutely. No, it's not correct. And like I keep saying with this type of stuff, they're taking the name or the meaning of a movement, any movement, and they're twisting it to suit their own, you know, inability to accept the fact that you are just not special. You know what I mean? Like, you're not special, and you just crave attention. You just want people to think you're cool. Well, we don't.
You're cool because you have an alligator.
Right. And like, I'm not even going to get twisted. Everyone that I've known that's owned snakes and shit like that, that's what they fucking are. They're just a way to be like, oh, man, but you don't get it. I'm cool, man. I own a fucking boa constrictor. Okay.
Cool.
Like, what's the point? Can you interact with it? Well, I can hold him. Cool.
Yeah, he'll wrap his freaking body around your neck and kill you if he gets a chance.
Like, I can get out in the fucking woods and hold the fucking deer, man. It don't mean shit, though.
Like, doesn't mean it's gonna love you and take care of you,
right? You know, like, even with my lizard Phil, my beardy, like, I could see the same argument being made. Like, it's that animal. If he was big enough, he'd just fucking eat me. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I definitely would try to register it as a fucking support animal.
Well, some of these creatures that they got are ridiculous too. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think skunks are adorable.
Yeah.
I don't want to be on a plane with an emotional support skunk. No. I don't care if it's been deskunked; it still stinks.
Yeah, get a fucking dog.
Ferrets that have been destunked, they still stink too. Yeah. Okay.
Just get a goddamn dog.
God, there's all kinds of different sizes of dogs. That can be even a cat. As much as cats don't like most people, even if you said this cat is my emotional support, okay, I get it. You know? But like some of these ridiculous things.
Because that cat would eat you if the first chance it got. He don't give a fuck about you.
My cat Blue used to make me feel better when I was sad. When I'd go into my bedroom and I'd say, everybody hates me and I'm adopted and I hope everybody gets hit by a bus. Because of course that's what you say when you're like 12. And
so
12, right? And my cat Blue would come and kiss my nose and he would tell me it was okay. Now, my dogs that I have now, as much as I know they love me, they don't care when I'm sad. I could be crying and they don't give a shit. They just want me to play with their toy or let them outside.
Oh, the Cali girl ain't like that. If I get in my feelings, the Cali girl's the first one up my ass. Won't leave me alone. Oh, yeah. She gets to the point where she just tries to piss me off because then I'm not sad anymore.
Oh, so sweet though. I love that dog.
But I don't get it though. Like,
you gotta wear full pants and a shirt when you're around her.
Yeah, 100%. She'll lick the fucking skin right off of you.
She did.
But I don't get it. I don't understand. And you do have people championing this stuff. People that don't necessarily like need a personal support possum, but they support people with it. And stop. We need to fucking. We just need to stop encouraging this weird fucking behavior.
This is why we see stories about, we talked about the French man who went into the store and he had an actual dog for a medical reason and he was questioned.
Yeah.
And this is the problem because people have, made a joke of it.
So I'm in this one Facebook group. It's about 50,000, maybe 60,000 people across the world in it. And there was a lady on there about a month ago who was signing over forged support animal papers. Anything you had, she would fucking sign it over as a support animal. So you know what I mean? So
this is the problem.
You're taking away what it actually means for someone that needs something like this.
There are people, like, we're not saying that their emotional support animals aren't necessary. We talked about people with PTSD.
Like, real fucking PTSD. Yeah. Just because I called you a cow on the internet does not mean you're fucking. No.
I'm talking about people that have survived, maybe a hostage situation, military, maybe a rape, maybe child abuse, something like that. I get why you would need something.
100%. Like that. But just because someone said some mean words to you on the fucking internet does not give you the right to walk around with a motherfucking peacock. And if I see you outside the peacock, I will murder that fucking bird and gladly go to fucking. I'll do the jail time. I don't give a fuck. Fuck your fucking peacock. The stupidest fucking animal that ever fucking existed.
Oh, they're so annoying.
Oh, fuck's sakes. Like,
that's why they had to be so pretty because they're so stupid.
So
and
fucking dumb. Serve literally no fucking purpose at all except to be annoying.
Yeah. That made it through evolution, though.
Eh.
Sorry, Dodo.
Well, that one made it through evolution. Just couldn't fucking handle fucking Captain Cook.
Yeah.
They fucked that bird up hard.
So quick. That thing like went away in like what, 3 decades or some shit?
Something like that, yeah. But I mean, that's indicative of any animal that grows, like, that evolves to the fucking predators. It walked right up to them. Like, they were fucking skinning other dodos, and it would just walk up, like, hey, what's up? You got food? Well, no, you're food.
Yeah.
Stupid fucking birds, yeah.
Mine.
And, like, I get it. I understand the optics of, like, extinction. You know what I mean? Like, I get it. It's bad. Nobody, like,
bad, yeah.
We're full of empathy. I mean, especially, well, for animals, our fellow humans, we don't really give too much about. But you know what I mean? We have so much empathy towards animals, and I get it. It's sad, but I mean, if an animal's dumb enough to be like, oh, well, fuck, man, I see you're chopping up my mom there, but I'm kind of intrigued. Well, then you kind of don't deserve to live anymore.
True enough.
Right? Like.
So let's talk about, I'm sure you've read this story. This was a fairly big story last week in Toronto. The story of the police officers at the downtown bar.
Oh, yeah.
So these cops go into this bar. It's, a hip bar. I don't go to clubs anymore. I'm old, right? But I guess, I'm seeing pictures of the girls, and they're young and skinny and sexy looking. So these cops go in there. As far as I know, they didn't do any drinking or anything like that. But they did put their handcuffs on a girl as a joke. And they did put 3 girls in their back seat. As what they say, community interactions.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you think? You're okay with that?
I'm absolutely fine with it. Literally. I've always kind of appreciated when cops do that kind of shit. You want to take the stigma away? You know what I mean? You want to take the fucking the thought that like all cops are out to fucking hurt you and just arrest you for bullshit reasons. Allow them to have fun with the public. As long as they're not breaking laws, right? Like, as long as the cops aren't getting inebriated, they're not fucking selling drugs or even turning their eye to fucking, like, illicit drug use and stuff like that. This is just fun. It's just harmless fucking fun. Now, these girls... I kind of
felt like it was them just trying to get laid, but I was like, go for it,
there always is that, too. There's always that, right? Like, if it's a male and a female, like, chances are, like, he's, one of them's trying to fuck the other one. That's just fucking... That's... Nature is what it is. You can't fault somebody for nature. But I've always liked this kind of stuff. Here on my street.
Yeah, do you think that's the place they need to go? Like, do you really think these white women were really that afraid of the police and they need it too?
Well, they're fucking white women in Toronto, so I can only imagine the fucking politics they ingest. So yeah, I would say that they're the type of people that would be unduly afraid of the fucking law.
They don't ingest any politics, probably.
But that's the point I'm making, though, right? Like, due to outrage culture and people yelling at these fragile little white girls that just can't stand up for themselves, their white guilt would eat them up, and they would probably agree that all cops are fucking bastards.
True.
Right?
True enough.
I mean, so on my street, when all of my buddies used to live here, we'd play road hockey, right? And the cops would show up, and the cops would get their car, and they'd come play road hockey with us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now I understand that it's not as potentially illegal as like a cop might be drinking at a bar and then he's still on duty. I understand that.
Yeah.
But that you can't tell me that that's not beneficial for people and people's public perception of police officers currently.
Well, I remember I don't know if it's last summer or last year, the cop in Florida that found the kids playing some basketball and he joined it and played with them. They thought they were in trouble and then he started to play basketball. So they were...
No, it's amazing. And it's amazing what that will do for a young person. Yeah. Like, really, it really is. And I don't like that we're demonizing all police.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I don't know if they've taken them out, but I know when there were resource officers in the Toronto schools, the one that was in the West Hill Collegiate, he ran a DJing club where he would teach kids how to DJ.
Yeah. No, they're gone, and that's so upsetting to me. It's so upsetting. I hated the argument that was made to remove them. I really did. Like, that was one of the dumbest fucking arguments I've ever heard. And I think we've done young people a huge disservice by doing that in the city. I really do. I mean, I hate saying this kind of shit. I really do, because it just makes me sound like that atypical fucking fearmonger and conservative. But look at what's happened in Toronto fucking schools since the student liaison officers have been removed. I have not seen this many accounts of guns being drawn in schools, fucking stabbings. It's insane. It's fucking insane. Yeah. But, they were only in black communities, so I mean that's racist. Well, no, it's not.
I'm in a very
racist.
mixed community where we have all like literally every type of country you could be, and they were in the school here, and
I mean, I don't live in that big of a I mean, I do now, but I didn't live in a very black dominated community, and we had a school resource officer. That guy was a piece of shit.
I needed in that area though, like really.
Hey.
Needed in that area.
We definitely did, but you know what I mean. I'm not going to bite into this. Having a liaison officer's racist fucking bullshit. Yeah. I think it's absolutely stupid, and I think that
you gotta have the right cop there. Like that's the thing. You want a cop who wants to engage, who wants to, to actually not just be. I don't want to say like a friend. You can't be a friend, but you have to show them that cops are okay. That cops can be good people. That cops are normal people.
They're human beings, for fuck's sakes. Like, for fuck's sakes, they're just people. They're not fucking demons. Like, I don't know.
I mean, I had my kids' school didn't have one, right? Because it was kind of a different type of school.
Yeah.
But if my kids had gone to West Hill like they were supposed to, I would have had no problem with that cop being in the school. I would have actually comforted me because
exactly.
They shut down the 2 technical schools.
Yeah.
So we had a lot more kids coming into the school, and I would have been more comfortable knowing that there was a cop there.
Yeah, 100%. But no, I'm tired of this kind of stuff. I'm tired of people demonizing police for having fun. Like, I really am. I seen one a little while back where fucking cops got into a water balloon fight with a group of fucking young children. Yeah. And the community got up in arms because they were committing violence against these kids. Well, no, the kids.
Oh my God, kids love balloon fights. Right? Come on.
Exactly. They were having a fucking blast. But of course, you have
and they'll remember that. They'll be like 40 years old and be like, oh, I remember that time, the cops came to our neighborhood, instead of busting somebody, we had a balloon fight.
Yeah. But that's it, though. The quote unquote racist police were just there to fucking, keep these young upstanding boys in their place. Well, no, that's not what they're there. It's just they're having fun. Like, give it a rest. No,
that's the thing. You have to make community policing back in the day. Cops lived in your neighborhoods.
Can't do that now.
Right? And you can't anymore. You're right. Because now you're too much of a target.
Exactly.
But I mean, they knew you. They knew your mom, they knew your dad, they knew your aunties and stuff, and they would say, "Oh, you even if you hadn't broke the law, but say you were just, you were being mouthy, or you had a little scuffle, or you got into a little trouble at the, convenience store, you knew that they might tell your parents, right? And you would still get in trouble. So now it's not like that. Now it's just like it's crazy.
You have to hate the police now. You have to. If you don't hate the police, then you're, a Nazi essentially. It's I don't know. I love hearing stories like this. I really do. I always have. I mean, it's great to show people that they're just human beings.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're just humans. They're not this fucking devil you got to be scared of, And as much as, the trope of like, well, if you don't break the law, you don't got to deal with them. Bullshit's kind of fucking debunked. Same point though. You know what I mean? If the police have nothing but positive fucking memories or what have you within your community, it's a lot less likely they're going to react in the way that they've been painted on TV for the last couple of years.
Yeah.
That's my personal opinion. Now, I don't know if there's any truth to that. I don't think there's any way to actually, put that to fucking pen to paper and figure that problem out. But that's just my feeling on it. I truly do believe that if we had more positive interactions with people just, out and about, having a fucking drink, having a good time with the police, then we'd have a hell of a lot less fucking nonsense happening.
Yeah. No, I think you're right. So, I mean, you definitely need to get interaction between police and especially young people, because these are the ones that are going to, able to change their attitudes in a way that's not just the cop pulling you over and asking what you're doing.
No.
You know what I mean? It has to be like, when you have a community picnic, like my kids' old grade school will have a fun fair. Have a couple cops show up with the cruisers, let the kids get into the cars and talk to the cops. That's the kind of stuff they do. That's what you need to do.
See, like, even like that, if fucking I'm at some community fair and my hypothetical children are with me and they're like, hey, put the cuffs on me and pretend you're arresting me, and the cop obliges, I wouldn't even look at that as a bad thing.
That'd be funny. I'd take a picture.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Yeah. But that's me. That's just me. I'm not going to put my shit on anybody else. But
we don't have this, I don't want to say, but we don't have the same interactions that.
Bullshit. Bullshit.
I don't. I haven't. I
do. I've had guns pulled on me by the fucking police. Like,
Really?
I don't give a shit though.
Yeah.
As I've said, I grew up in a very poor white community where the criminals were all fucking white kids, and guess who looked like them criminals?
Yeah.
I did. So
Yeah.
I didn't have the best interactions with the police. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I just didn't, and so that's why I don't bite that fucking argument at all. Like, it's not my truth. It might be the truth for other people, and I'm not going to deny it, but that's not my fucking truth.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's talk. We talked last week or the week before about the weatherman who accidentally made a racial slur while he was saying Dr. Jr. Literally 2 weeks later, a different anchorman did the exact same thing. He did, he said it during the broadcast. I guess they realized what had happened, and he came back on later during the broadcast and apologized immediately.
Yeah.
A few hours later. So he was able to keep his job. He wasn't, they didn't ask for blood in the streets for him.
No.
It's kind of funny that, the weatherman was fired and literally nobody wanted to hear his side of the story.
Of course
but
not.
This guy was allowed to. Now, do you think it's because the station reacted very quickly and within hours he had made an apology, whereas the other station waited until Sunday night and fired him and made the apology?
I mean, I don't know. It could have just been the demographic that saw what happened.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It definitely would have drummed up outrage, but did you have enough cry bullies to draw up enough to get someone fired and doxxed?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. This is from a Fox station too. You would have thought people would believe he did it on purpose, right?
Yeah. Well, if it's a Fox station, then he was just probably, too busy reading his fucking fan mail.
Yeah. Yeah. Got distracted.
I mean, again, like with what a weird fucking place the U.S. is right now, and the climate that they're fucking got to deal with. Like, this is the least of your bullshit. Like, this is the least of your fucking worries. You know what I mean? Like, pick your battles a little bit better. Like, somebody flubbing a word on air and it turns into something fucking minusculely fucking racist to your dumb fuck perception. Give it a rest. Like, literally give it a fucking rest.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care anymore.
That's the same thing that we've said a million times on this show. You're so busy over these stupid little ridiculous things that were complete accidents that you're missing the grander scale. Like, your government's been shut down for over a month. And
right.
Not that you've missed that, but I mean, that's where your outrage should be going.
Yeah.
Get your government back to work. Whether you agree with Trump or you don't, whatever it is, something needs to happen to get your government working.
Right. But no, somebody said something that could have been racist, so that's where we're gonna focus all our energy. Some kid fucking looked at a native dude, and that's where we all got to point our outrage. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, the whole thing's so fucking hilarious to me.
Yeah, exactly.
And again, like, I get it. I get it. Like, racism for the most part, I mean, it's always been around. It's never going away as far as I'm concerned. But it's made its way to the forefront. So people want to talk about it, and people want to fucking call out all instances of racism. Cool. That's awesome. That's great.
Yeah.
Like,
and we should be real racism.
Right? Yeah, exactly. I'm not seeing any harm in that. But, I mean, somebody flubbed some words, man. Like, who cares? Like, who fucking cares?
Yes, and you can tell when someone is doing something sincerely or insincerely.
Yeah.
When someone's reading and they're reading quickly, oh my God, I can't even speak properly and I'm not even reading quickly here. Come on.
Right? I mean, again, it's just, this is the trickle-down effect of fucking outrage culture. This is what we get. This is what we get when everybody is fucking gainfully employed being outraged online.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You get people that get so in their fucking feelings about something so fucking minuscule that it's all I hear about. Like, give it a rest. Like, there's actual fucking shit going on. Like, no one, like, literally no one cares if somebody flubbed a fucking word online.
And there's a lot of things, like, I mean, we didn't get to these stories, but, like, you know what? There's, like, real important things happening in the world, like the rounding up of the gays in Chechnya.
Oh, my
Literally,
God.
they've rounded up thousands of people, and they've at least 2 confirmed murdered gay people.
Yep.
We don't know how many more there are.
Nope. And the fucking crazy thing about that is Putin has no control. I'm not even going to try to attempt the president's name. He has zero control of this guy, which is kind of fucked up because we're looking at another Chechen fucking war.
Yeah.
And I don't know if anybody listening or anybody that's a part of the outrage culture actually knows what fucking happened there. You want to know about fucking real horrible fucking war crimes? Go look up what happened to those people. It was not fucking nice.
Yeah.
But no. Some guy banged a drum and some kid smiled at him. So that's where I gotta put my focus. That's where I gotta focus on. Not the fact that there's a literal fucking slave trade happening in Libya, or the fact that there are homosexual people being given up to by their fucking family to go fucking spend time in a gulag essentially until they're fucking tortured to death. But no, somebody banged a drum and some fucking dickhead in a red hat smiled. That's where I gotta be mad. Fuck out of here. Like, I
trying
really
to ruin
wish
everybody's lives on both sides of the argument.
You know what I mean?
You know?
Oh, fuck's sakes. Like, I'm so sick and tired of seeing that fucking, that whole clip, all the fucking bullshit about it. Like, it was such a non-fucking issue.
Yeah.
You have a group of crazy fucking black Israelites that we all know are a cult, and they're just fucking insane, yelling racist shit. Okay, not a new day. You have a group of fucking Southern football players in MAGA hats. Okay, nothing fucking new. You have a guy that had no point or no place interjecting himself in it, interjecting himself. Okay, nothing fucking new. This is not a story. Like, this is not anything that
nobody got hurt, thank goodness. Right? Like, no physical hurt happened. Are we surprised that the black Israelites and the MAGA hat wearing people are arguing with each other across, you know?
Of course not. These kids showed up for a pro-life fucking march. Of course we knew what they were gonna fucking, like, are you fucking stupid? Like, this is where you want me to fucking focus. This is where my outrage is supposed to go, not on literal fucking gay people being rounded up and put in concentration camps.
Yep.
Now
that's
remember,
just
these
one
are
little
UN
slice.
fucking member countries.
Chechnya.
Right?
You know, we know what's happening in Uganda.
Exactly.
Right?
These are fucking members of the United Nations.
Arabia.
And I'm supposed to be mad about some fucking little fucking 16-year-old kid with a fucking smirk. Fuck out of here. I'm so fucking sick of it. Like, I really am. I'm so tired, again, of crybabies fucking crying about their bullshit. And if you don't agree with their bullshit, then you're some, I don't care. Call me whatever the fuck you want.
Whether this kid is a smug little prick or not, he looks like he is. That's all well and good.
Yeah, he is. Absolutely
you know
is.
What? But, I mean, he didn't do anything. I mean, if he said something, he said something. Whatever. I don't care. He didn't physically hurt somebody, as far as I have seen. So...
Oh no!
I didn't, you know? I don't even think he wasn't even the one shouting "build that wall" or any of that shit.
No, it was the football team doing it.
Yeah.
Which is really fucking funny to me because people they're seeming to neglect the fact that there were a few black kids on that football team, but you know, Nazis. Right?
Well, I was reading the black. That's what started it. The black Israelites. Were like cheering to the black kids that were with the MAGA people.
Yeah.
Oh, what are you doing over there? You're a race betrayer, and you're working for your slave masters. And
like, I don't know if you know much about the black Israelites. They are literally the most fucked up cult you'll ever see. They hate everybody.
Super racist. Yeah.
Oh, they think the actual Israelites are a lie, and they all deserve to die, and the Holocaust was a good thing. You know, like, these people are like. They're literally like one step away from being ISIS. Like, they're literally an act of actually carrying out their bullshit away from being fucking ISIS. So again, I'm not surprised. I've known about these guys for time. I've never encountered them, thankfully, because it's definitely the type of people that Arthur would encounter, like, you know, engage in an argument.
Yeah. Because
fuck you, like, I don't give a shit, and I'll fucking just say completely abhorrent things to you just for the smile of it. But like, you know, like, again, I've just been so upset over this. Like, is it an issue that these boys were apparently shouting racist shit? Now, I've watched the entire 2-hour video. I didn't hear anything, but whatever. I'll fucking succeed it. You know, am I really supposed to be worried about that?
They're racist just because they support Trump. As much as I dislike anybody who supports Trump, you know, we can't say that.
No, red hat equals the new white hood, and that's the world we're living in, which is kind of funny. So I seen this fucking shit. And this is probably the last thing I say before we sign up. So there's this group in Alberta that's trying not to ban burqas. They want to ban the color black burqa. They want anyone that wears a burqa to wear white. And I think that is so fucking funny, because what are you going to do when you have a group of fucking Muslim women walking around looking like Klan members?
Oh my God.
I fucking want this to happen. Because, like, what are you going to do? What the fuck? Like, what are you gonna do? Who are you gonna yell at? Which fucking, you know what I mean? Oh my God, it'd be fucking perfect. The troll in me wants this to happen so bad, just so I can sit back and watch fucking people's minds melt over their bullshit. I mean, I know it won't, but oh fuck, it'd be so
That'd
good.
be pretty sweet.
Oh, it'd be so good.
Okay, so that's our show for today. We'll be back Wednesday. Actually, I don't know if I'll be here Wednesday. My husband has an MRI that day, so I don't think we'll be done in time.
Yeah, no, that trumps the show.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, no worries.
So yeah, I don't think I'll be here Wednesday. So I'll see you next week then, and have a great week. And thanks for listening.
Take care.